Hi, I'm here with Dottie, and we're going to read chapter 2 of Who Was Harriet Tubman? Looking for the North Star. Harriet was not the same after her injury. She suffered from headaches. Sometimes she had sleeping spells. 1 minute she might be awake and talking. The next, she would be sound asleep. The spells frightened her. She heard a rumor. Mr. Brodus was going to sell her. He would sell some of her brothers too. What would happen to her? She might be sent farther south to New Orleans, Louisiana, or Natchez, Mississippi, in a chain gang. In a chain gang, people were chained together at the ankles to prevent their escape. The trip south would be long and hard. If Harriet fell asleep in the road, the overseer would whip her. He might whip her very hard and leave her to die. Her brothers would not be able to save her. Here is a picture of what a chain gang might look like. Again, horrible. It's just my 2 cents. Even if she could survive the trip, Harriet knew that being sold someplace farther south meant a life of punishing labor. That was where so many of the cotton plantations were. Working in the cotton fields was very hard work. Also, going farther south meant she would be farther from the northern states, further from freedom. Harriet wanted desperately to be free. Harriet began to pray to God to either change Mr. Brodus's mind or end his life. To her amazement, Mr. Brodus got sick and died soon after. Later in life, Harriet said she felt sorry about her wish. Even though Mr. Brodus was cruel and she hated him, her belief that she had caused his death did not make her happy. Now Harriet had a new owner named Dr. Anthony Thompson. Dr. Thompson hired Harriet and her father out to a builder named John Stewart. Now a little blurb. Cotton and tobacco. Plantation owners in the South grew many different kinds of crops. 2 of the most popular were cotton and tobacco. Cotton was used for cloth and clothing. Plantation owners needed many workers to plant and pick the cotton. First, they had to pick the little balls of cotton from the cotton plants. Then, they had to clean the cotton balls to make them ready for spinning. It was back-breaking work. The owners of the big plantations told themselves that slavery was all right because they needed the workers to grow their crops. But slavery was not all right. The plantation owners' wealth was made from the blood and sweat of the people they enslaved. Back to the story. At first she swept, dusted, washed cloths, and washed clothes. And cloths, probably, but clothes is the word. And made the beds in Mr. Stewart's house. But she hated the work and asked if she could work outside with the men. Mr. Stewart agreed. Harriet cut down trees and split logs. Sometimes Mr. Stewart let her take other jobs. She earned some money for her work. She had to give Mr. Stewart part of the money, but she could keep some. Harriet looked for more outdoor work, hauling logs, driving an ox cart, plowing fields. Harriet worked for the builder for 5 years. She became even stronger and more capable. She was more than 21 years old now. All grown up, her father kept teaching her things too. He taught her to move through the woods without making a sound. He showed her how to find the North Star near the Big Dipper. The North Star was a guiding light for enslaved people. It showed the way north, the way to freedom. Ben told his daughter that with the North Star in sight, you would know you were headed in the right direction. But what if there were cloudy nights and the stars were hidden? Ben told his daughter to feel the trees for moss. Moss grew only on the north sides of trees. Even without the North Star, the moss could help a traveler. Harriet listened to what her father had to say. She remembered his words. In time, they would help her.